former president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, who is the oldest living president in American history, has begun receiving hospice care within his own home, according to the Carter Center, who released a statement today, just a couple hours ago, saying, quote, after a series of short hospital stays, former U.S. President Jimmy Carter today decided to spend his remaining time at home with his family and receive hospice care instead of additional medical intervention. He has the full support of his family and his medical team. So Jimmy Carter's had a lot of health problems recently, as most people that reach his age have, of course. As a former U.S. president, he gets access to higher quality health care than just a normal 98-year-old would, and that's could be part of the reason why he has been able to live this long, frankly. But now he has decided to stop having the more aggressive medical treatments that are have to be conducted at the hospital, and instead just be at home with his family and receive hospice care in the waning days of his life. As this article says, he defeated brain cancer in 2015, and had a huge health scare in uh, 2019, having an emergency surgery also relating to his brain, and this forced him to uh, give up his decades long tradition of teaching Sunday school at a local church in Georgia, which was something that he had done for a while and was a way for him to connect to the community, widely documented that his teaching there. And Jimmy Carter today is seen as a president who uh went through a pretty tough time during the 4 years he served in office. A lot of crises that went on throughout his term, and it's still constant political debate. How much of it was the fault of Jimmy Carter, and how much of it was just a lot of chaos happening both domestically in the country and globally. He's known for human rights, being a champion of that, brokering the Camp David Accords with the former Egyptian president and the former Israeli prime minister, and that's when we look at Jimmy Carter's history, that's one of the main things that we point to as one of his biggest successes, trying to calm down things in the Middle East and help advance human rights issues that had been terrible terms at the time that um, he was serving in office, and still, even today, he's been regarded highly for his activity with the both with the teaching thing and certain speeches and events that he's held, advocating for democracy and against authoritarianism is mostly what he's been up to in recent years. But and Joe Biden has had a close relationship with him, visiting them on the 100th day of his presidency, and Jimmy Carter is a clear inspiration to Joe Biden and his mission today. But now the recent tragic news coming that yes, Jimmy Carter is going to be on hospice care in his home now, and who knows how much longer he has left on the planet, but living a very remarkable life to 98 years old and spending a lot of time. I mean, being elected president in 1977, going out of office over 40 years ago, 1981, and he's still been very active in public life and advocating for the cause that he believed in. So certainly a life well lived by Jimmy Carter, and we're just waiting out the days until we get the sad news. But spending the last days with his family is his decision, and one that is supported by the family and his collaborators.